Hey guys, what's going on? Back with another video. How's everybody doing? So it's that time of the week again. It's time for the football picks. Week 7 NFL, Week 7 of the football season. I can't believe, next week the season will be half over. It's really been flying by this year. It seems like that every year. I know I'm a big football. I probably like football too much, if we're being honest here. But, you got to enjoy it while it's here, because it does seem to go by. There's nothing quite like the football. It's just, I got to see it. What can I say? I'm hooked. So I've been doing this series every season since 2016, so this is the third season. Last year I forgot, and somebody reminded me, so I did it, and now I do it. During the football season, we go through all the games that are going on during the week. I tell you who I think is going to win, what's going on, picks, predictions, discussions, hot takes, hot air, all that good stuff. Just talk about the football, who I think is going to win, what's going on around the league, because why not? Let's do it. All right, so we got, also I think this year's the league's kind of bounced back. Like the last couple of years, the play hasn't been as good. There's been some coaching problems, but I think this year there's a lot of, good rookie quarterbacks, good rookie players that aren't injured yet. So I think that's kind of helped the league this year. Quality of play's gone up, except with defense. Defense has gone down. They've changed some rules, for safety, but it makes it harder to play strong defense. So it's too much, and I think they said, it's like one of the highest scoring seasons, or maybe it is the highest scoring season thus far. But I don't like it. I like strong defense. Like you can't just have like a college football game or like a basketball game. This is like Madden on the easiest difficulty. Like you can't. You need defense. It's just not fun to watch when it's like this. It's like that Super Bowl, like this last Super Bowl with the Patriots and the Eagles. Like both teams suck at defense. It's like whoever holds the ball last wins. It's just not. I don't know how I feel about that, but I know how I feel about football. Gotta love that stuff. So, anyways, I think I've been fairly accurate this season with these predictions. So we'll see what happens here. But anyways, let's talk some football here. Talk about some sports. Week 7, first game Thursday night, Denver Broncos, Arizona Cardinals. So the Denver Broncos, they're 2-4. They gave the Rams a run for their money last week. They almost beat the Rams. I think it was like a 3-point game or something like that. I think it was. They really gave the Rams a run for their money. They were pestering them on defense, making them uncomfortable, doing what Denver does. But this is simply not, the Denver team. Of a few years ago, like in terms of offense, they really can't do anything, and eventually the Rams found a way to pull away. So anyways, that's not really the story of this game. They're playing the Cardinals. The Cardinals are this year's Browns, all right? The Browns, who are 2-3-1, which sucks, but it's not 0-16 like last year. The Cardinals have kind of become the Browns. The Cardinals suck. So it's really you don't need to be a genius to figure this one out. It's kind of going to be a garbage game. I don't know why it's Thursday night. They pick garbage games for Thursday. I don't know why, but anyways, Denver's going to win this game pretty easily. Next game, Tennessee Titans, LA Chargers. Again, the Titans, that flash in the pan playoff appearance. I'll just call it just an appearance that they made last season because it was over before it started. That was kind of really like a one-off thing. They're 3-3. Except the Jaguars have taken a step back, so that kind of opens the door for them in the AFC South. But they don't have what it takes for this game because the by the way, San Diego, I call them the San Diego Chargers. Forget this LA Chargers BS, all right? San Diego Chargers, all right? That's what it is. Phillip Rivers has been playing out of his mind. He's got a good enough supporting cast around him. They're 4-2. They're rolling. They're going to win this game. In terms of the playoff aspirations for the Chargers, the problem with that is they're 4-2. I feel like a lot of teams are 4-2. In terms of like the AFC, like the Chiefs are ahead. They were number 1 at 5-1. The Patriots knocked them off this week, or this last week, so they dropped them now to 5-1. They're no longer undefeated. Patriots are 4-2. Miami's 4. That's like a fake 4-2 though. It's Miami. Baltimore is 4-2. That's a scary good team. So they're going to get to the playoffs. They're going to beat the Chiefs? No. They're going to beat the Patriots? No. They're going to beat Baltimore? I don't know, maybe. So, it's a good story, but I don't know if they're going to be going anywhere. But you never know. I like the Chargers, but, they're going to win this game. Next game, New England Patriots, Chicago Bears. So, hold on a minute. The Chargers are playing at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time on Sunday. So, this must be a London game. Wait a minute, that's... So if the Chargers are on the West Coast, so what's that, 6:30 in the morning on a Sunday your team is playing? That sucks. What the... What does that? Why can't they play? So what is that time in London? So that must be... I think it's like 5 hours from the East Coast. So I had 3. It's like 8 hours later. So hold on, let me just check time in London. It is... yeah, so it's 5 hours after the East Coast. Yeah, so it's 8 hours. So why couldn't you play... If you played at like 8 p.m. in London, that would be 1 p.m. West Coast. It would be... what, 3 p.m. East Coast? Like, I don't know why you can't do that. But, anyways, it is what it is. Anyways, next game. Patriots-Bears. So, inter-conference matchup only happens once every 4 years. And, I just think it obviously shouldn't take 4 years to play a team. And it's every other time you play at one stadium or the other. So it takes 8 years to play at one stadium in the other conference, which is, that's ridiculous. Like, you could go 16 years and only play somewhere twice. That's ridiculous. So I think they got to tweak that somehow. But, anyway, so, that's what's going on with that. That's not really a storyline going into this game. What is a storyline going into this game is that the Chicago Bears defense, holy smokes, is that defense all right. They took a step back against Miami. They lost in overtime to the Dolphins. I wouldn't put too much stock into that because they both went down the field at the end of the game and, like, missed field goals and fumbled, and then they went to overtime and did the same thing, and then, the Dolphins ended up, eventually you're going to hit a field goal, and that's what the Dolphins did, so there's not too much to learn from that game. But the Bears defense, really good. The Bears offense, it's serviceable. It's okay. The Bears have really only ever been about the defense and the running game, which it kind of seems like they still are. Mitchell Trubisky's all right, but, in this game, the story's really about the Patriots here. So the Patriots beat the Kansas City. By the way, I perfectly predicted this one last week, and for some reason, I don't remember my picks. I don't know why. Like, it's just because I think they play a different team the next week, so I kind of forget what the matchup was. But, well, I guess I don't, because every time I go through it, I talk about what they did last week. So I must know how they did the previous. So why did I don't know, whatever. But so I would tend to think these are fairly accurate. Not that I'm keeping track. Let's put it that way. But anyways, I remember that I nailed this one. I said the Patriots are going to win a really close, high-scoring game. That's what I said. And so that's exactly what happened. They won 43-40. Right on the nose, I called this game. So that game, the Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes, really in the first half, it's a tale of two halves. Patriots game was a Sunday Night Football, so it was on in the whole country. So, the first half, the Patriots were doing what the Patriots do. They're playing good defense. They looked at the film. They figured out how to beat Patrick Mahomes. They were confusing him, blitzing him, making him get... Because if you give Patrick Mahomes all day back there, he'll find a touchdown. It takes 2 seconds for Tyreek Hill to end up in the end zone. So, it's no surprise. They blitzed. They got him off his mark. They got him to let go of the ball. He threw picks. In the first half, and they held him to like 9 points, three field goals, not even any touchdowns. But, the Kansas City Chiefs, they're just so high-flying, high-powered, a lot of firepower on that team. You could only contain them for so long. They started, scoring touchdowns in the second half. Patriots going to give the defense together. But the Kansas City Chiefs defense is so god-awful and terrible that the Patriots scored touchdowns, like, every time they were getting touchdowns, every time they went down the field. And the Chiefs couldn't stop it. It turned into a shootout. Whoever had the ball last was going to win. The Patriots... run game, especially the Patriots had an excellent run game. It was really the Chiefs' run defense is awful. So they ran the ball, took time off the clock, got the ball last, went down at the end of the game, kicked the field goal, and that's all she wrote. So Patriots won that game. They knocked off the Chiefs. Chiefs are 5-1. If you beat the Chiefs, you're pretty good. You're good enough to beat the Bears. I got the Patriots win this game. Probably gonna be a close game though, but. We'll see. Because, after you play, like, a team that barely knows how to play defense like the Chiefs, and go play a team with a pretty darn good defense like the Bears, you could be in for a rude awakening. So I wouldn't anticipate that this is going to be a high-scoring game, close game, competitive game. But I got New England win this game. Next game, Buffalo Bills, Colts. This should be illegal. All right, the Bills suck. They're 2-4. The Colts blow. They're 1-5. Who else is 1-5? The Cardinals are 1-5. All right, well... There you go. So, this is really trash. I don't know, pick who you, I don't know, with the Bills, I guess, because they're 2-4 and they're starting a different quarterback, I guess. I don't know. Next game, Texans and Jacksonville. Both teams are 3-3. Jacksonville's taken a huge step back in the last few weeks. Ever since the Chiefs blew them out, it's like they don't know how to play defense anymore. They lost to the Cowboys, I believe they lost to, which is embarrassing to say the least. You lose to Lose to the Cowboys. Oh, God. 40-7 they lost. Holy crap. And that defense would, you know, was so good the first few weeks of the season and was so good last year. I mean, they call them Saxonville for a reason. When you lose 40-7 to an awful team like the Cowboys, you suck. So just because of that, I got the Texans winning this game. Next game, Detroit Lions, Miami Dolphins. Dolphins are 4-2, Lions are 2-3. Give me the Dolphins. Dolphins. That's a fake team. It's a fake 4-2 right there. Because when they played the Patriots, they got blown out. When they played, I forgot who their other loss was, but they've won against bad teams. Yeah, but it's good enough for Detroit. Detroit sucks. I got Miami winning this game. Next game, Vikings, Jets. Vikings are 3-2-1. 3-2-1, all right. And the Jets are 3-3. Yeah, I don't have faith in the Jets. Give me the Vikings. Like, if I don't have a lot of faith in a team, it's a quick pick. Next game, Panthers, Eagles. Panthers are 3-2. They lost last week. Eagles are 3-3. I could go either way on the Eagles. I wouldn't call it a Super Bowl hangover, but I would say it's like a small Super Bowl hangover. It's like a I think they're just not as hot. They're just not as good as they were last year. So, you know, frame that however you want. I feel like the Panthers lost last week, so they're going to be hot to win this week. They know the Eagles are all right, so they're going to be ready to go. I guess the Panthers win this week. Next game, Buccaneers, Browns. This is another trash matchup. Give me the Browns, just because, you know, actually, no, golf clap for the Browns. Give me the Browns. Next game. This is a good game. I need this game. New Orleans Saints, Baltimore Ravens. This is a matchup. Put this on Thursday night. Like, this is what people want to see. All right. The Ravens defense is got like that 2000 Ray Lewis, friggin' 2013 Ray Lewis. You know. It means to put it frankly, like Ed Reed, like that whole brutal, bruising Ravens defense thing they got going on. Joe Flacco's still a gamer. He's a gunslinger. They got that old Baltimore swagger back from like 2008 to 13. It's a good team. New Orleans Saints, on the other hand, they're coming out of the bye week after Drew Brees set the all-time NFL passing yards record. That's, I think he deserves it. It was the way it happened, too. Like, it happened, they paused the game, he got his award, they won, got a bye week. Guy's flying high right now. Guy's living high on the Hawks. But anyways, going up against the Ravens, I don't know. I would say this is the first real test for the Saints, because the Baltimore Ravens will come in, and they're going to play defense. They're going to confuse them. They're gonna, I just feel like he's not gonna be like a hot knife through butter. Like, he's not just gonna have receivers running wide open in this game. So you're gonna have to show some mettle, show some fight. You're gonna have to be competitive. I got the Saints losing this game, and the reason, so I got the Ravens winning. That is to say, and the reason for that is, they were flying high with an easy win when Brees set the passing yard record a couple weeks ago. They got a bye week. That just kind of creates, like, how do you say this? Like, just kind of makes you content. It makes you, you're not hungry to win. You don't have that edge. You don't have the ass for winning. And so you might just go into this game, thinking that, you're going to show up and win. Like, I think that happens a lot of the time. And Baltimore, it's the wrong team to do that against. I just feel like they're kind of in for a wake-up call in this game. So complacent was the word I was looking for. So I think you can become complacent when you get a big win, you set a record, all the fanfare, you get a bye week, you get complacent. I feel like they're going to lose to Baltimore this week. Next game up, Cowboys, Redskins. Just because and only because the Cowboys beat the Jaguars, which shows they must be onto something to do that, especially by that point spread. I got the Cowboys in this game. Next game up, this is complete snooze fest. The Rams and the 49ers. Give me a break. The Rams are in this game. Next game up, Sunday night, Kansas City Chiefs, Cincinnati Bengals. So, like I had said, the Kansas City Chiefs, they lost to the Patriots 43-40. I think that their defense can't, like, here's the thing. Here's the problem with the Chiefs. The problem with the Kansas City Chiefs is their offense can't play any better, but their defense can't play any worse, if that makes sense. Which means you know, there's so, like, after you got blown away by Tom Brady and the Patriots, like, there couldn't be any more of a spotlight on Bob Sutton, who's the defensive coordinator for the Chiefs and the Chiefs defense, right? Like, all, because imagine, like, think about this. Imagine if the Chiefs had the offense that they have, but then they had, like, this, like, the Denver's defense. Holy crap, is that scary to think about. Like, but they don't. So, and of course, it's hard to do both things very well. They do one thing almost perfectly, and the other thing sucks. So, the thing is your defense, you know, let alone given all the pressure that's on it, can only get better from here, right? You can get some injured players that should be coming back. It can only improve. The offense, on the other hand, couldn't do more than it's already doing. I mean, they had some incompletions. They left some plays on the field. But in terms of just talent and going out there and slinging the ball, I don't see what more they could be doing. So that, you know, and also you got a lot more games to play. Injuries are inevitable. You're going to lose some steam on offense. So your defense can only get better. Your offense can only get worse. And then you kind of turn like mediocre. Not that I think the Chiefs will be mediocre, at least this season. But that's kind of the danger zone with them, is it's kind of going to level out on both fronts for them. You're playing the Bengals, who that's another fake 4-2 team. But I feel like, you know, the message they're going to get is our defense has to play a lot better. Offense has to keep doing what it's doing. It should be enough to beat the Bengals this week. Last game, Monday night, Falcons, Giants. Give me the Falcons. That's easy. All right, guys. So that'll do for this week's picks. Let me know what you think about sports. Down in the description below. Let's see. I got it all out for this week. That's my sports, you know, rant for this week. So let me know if what you think. If you disagree with any of my hot takes, let me know. Other than that, until next time, that'll do for this one, guys. Thanks for watching.